Sometimes when we're discussing manifesting a specific person, getting the relationship is not necessarily the issue, or we've gotten to the point where we have manifested the relationship, but now we're trying to deal with what to do with our insecurities while we're in a relationship, okay? So today's episode of Roxy Talks is all about dealing with your own insecurities, doubts, worries, fears while you are in the midst of an actual relationship with your specific person. Stay tuned. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. I'm Roxy Lee. I'm a mindset coach, and I'm here to help you banish your negative thinking and limiting beliefs so you can bring love, clarity, and joy into your life. If you are interested in joining my Everyone Is You Pushed Out Mastermind, tonight is the night. It is the last day to sign up. This is a one-time exclusive event. There will not be a live recording that you can purchase later. This is be on the chat or don't be. New ideas, new experience, new opportunity to discuss ideas with the community, with people who understand you, who want to talk about how and why we are able to manifest people in our lives, what that means, and how we can do it to the best of our ability. You still have the chance to join the mastermind. It is today at 4 p.m. PST, July 23rd, 2020. Via Zoom chat. You can sign up at my website, roxytalks.com. I've also got exclusive merch, podcasts, and more courses, workshop, and coaching at my website, roxytalks.com. Of course, that link is in the description below. You can also join me on social media. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Now, before we get into this video, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible, and everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. Now, I've spoken before about insecurities. They really are a motherfucker. You don't have to listen to them. They're old programming. It is habitual thinking that you're still doing, not because it's true about you, but just because you're used to those thoughts. You're used to thinking that way about yourself. But we do not have to continue on listening to our insecurities or believing them, or living by their word, living by their definition of us. No. You don't tell me who I am. I tell me. I inform the story. So when I notice that I've been entertaining insecurities or doubts or fears or worrying about something, thinking I might not get it, what happens if I don't? What happens this? What if this? What are we going to do about this? When I start doing that kind of prepping, I notice. And I realize that that's not me being a conscious creator right there. That's me succumbing to and giving into my own fears, doubts, worries, insecurities, 3D reality, whatever. But it's definitely not me choosing and deciding that everything always works out for me in my favor every single time. Money, career, self-esteem, success, love, relationships, health, you name it, it all works out for me in the best possible way every single time. And that's the story I want to stick to, because otherwise I invite or open the door for shit to come through that I don't necessarily want to experience. So if you have found yourself in a new relationship that you've recently manifested, or you're just in a relationship already and you find yourself succumbing to your insecurities and worries and doubts, first things first, we need to be careful. We need to put a hard stop on that right now. I want you to hit the brakes now on those thoughts. Not because you're so special, not because you're deserving, not because we're working on our worth and trying to change how we actually feel, but because you're a copy machine. And whether or not you like it or are aware of it, your thoughts are creating your reality over and over and over again. So what we need to do first is get a hold of the thoughts. We will work on the feelings as we go, but the thoughts are the first thing that need to change. Your thoughts and your language are shaping the world around you as we speak right now in this very moment. You are manifesting your very existence, okay? You are incredible at manifesting. You can manifest absolutely anything in this world when you are aware of it, right? You're already doing it. You're already doing an amazing job. It's just that you have let autopilot take over for far too long. And autopilot has been hurt, damaged, whatever we've experienced in our lives. Your autopilot is now operating from the sense of or the expectation of these things happening again. Autopilot is essentially putting up armor and shield for you. It is being that protection for you by mentally preparing you for an outcome you may not want to experience, so that when you do experience it, A, it's not such a shock. B, you kind of know what to do already. C, you lessen the blow because you've already gone through the experience in your mind. So doomsday prepping, worrying, doubting, fearing, spiraling, listening to those doubts is your body's own way of preparing you for the worst case scenario. But we don't do worst case scenario here. We do best case scenario only. So I want you to start using that ability to go crazy on that stuff and switch up the content, switch up the thoughts you're thinking, switch the subject or the context of your thoughts to work for you instead of against you, and then let them go and be manifesting off for you, doing what they do naturally, but in a way that you actually enjoy or would like to experience. When you understand this concept and master this technique, you literally become the absolute chooser of everything in your world, because you understand that every single thing that you are planning for yourself and experiencing and setting up for yourself, choosing, reacting to, or whatever is continuing to happen. So when you learn how to choose inside here what you do with your thoughts, you literally choose what happens in your world. I've been doing it for the last year straight. And it works. It works. It has changed my entire life. So if your thoughts are constantly creating, which they are, and if you are constantly entertaining worries, doubts, lack, insecurity, fears, all of that stuff, then you are continuing to create situation after situation after situation that will call up your negative feelings, your fears, your worries, your doubts, your insecurities, and validate them. Show them that they were right. Show you that you were right to fear that, because of course you should have feared it, because look what happened. I was right. See, you can't trust anybody or whatever, right? But if you think that way, then again, you're setting yourself up for more opportunity to think that way. You keep that your reality in your mind, and it stays your reality in your world. It's as simple as that. So if you enter into a relationship, or if you are in a relationship and you find yourself wondering if they really like you, do they want to be around me? Is there somebody else? Would they be with somebody better? Are they good enough for me? Am I good enough for them? Do they like me? And all that stuff. Are they going to stick around? Are they going to leave me? People always leave. Like all that shit in your head is not, you don't have to think it. You don't have to think it. No one said that you are the negative thoughts that go through your mind. Nobody says that you have to take those, adopt them, and live that life only. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get. No, fuck you. You don't get to tell me that. I tell me what I get. And I get best case scenario every single time, no matter what, things are always working out for me. And I say that not because I'm so special and oh my God, I'm so perfect. I say that because something out there is listening. So if that's the case, I don't want to let it in on the fact that it might not be champagne and roses and fucking kitten kisses, right? That's my business. That's my story to keep to myself. It's my story to tell. So what I'm going to do is only tell stories about how they love and respect me. They love to be with me. Why wouldn't they? We have an amazing relationship. We get along so well. We fulfill each other. We never fight. We are the best husband in the world. That's something I say all the time. I love my life. I love my relationship. I love where I'm at. We have such a great bond. I love this person in my life. I'm so lucky. Blah, 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 all that other shit, right? You are filling your mind with those types of thoughts instead of the worries, doubts, insecurities, the I'm not shit, the this, that, the why not that, blah, 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 all that crap. You are replacing those types of thoughts with thoughts that somebody who's in a healthy, happy, whole relationship would be thinking about their relationship. I love my partner. I love myself. I love my relationship. Everything's great. I love my life. Things are good. I'm so happy. I'm so fulfilled. This amazing bond. I'm so glad I found this person. I'm like, oh, I'm so lucky. All that dumb shit, right? All of it. That story, like you can tell whatever story you want. If you continuously tell a story that describes you as lovable, awesome, trustworthy, trusting, understandable, understood, better word, supported, respected, wined and dined, whatever you want. If that's the story you continuously tell in your mind and you do not give airtime to the fears, the worries, the doubts, the insecurities, the reactions, then you will continue to live in a world where that is your dominant thinking, where you feel great about your relationship because it is so amazing. The problem with entertaining these fears, worries, and doubts is that they become their own self-fulfilling prophecies. And once you doubt about your relationship for long enough, your person, and by the way, long enough, that's your calendar, right? That's your timeline. We all have this idea of how long things should take. Believe me, I never hear the fucking end of it, okay? This should take this. I want to live by this time. This by like this. It's been too long. How come it's not happening? When do I do it? How can I have it? All that shit. The timeline is yours, okay? So with this particular concept, when we're letting in these insecurities from a relationship, at some point, whether it's in the beginning, the middle, towards the end of the relationship, we allow the fears, worries, and doubts and insecurities to take over the story. They outnumber the thoughts about how great the relationship is and how fulfilled and happy we are. Once the scales start to tip in this direction of not so good, your specific person is going to be fulfilling that role, whether you like it or not. As soon as you start telling a new story about someone, you begin choosing a new version of them, good or bad, okay? So just in the way this works with, I'm telling a new, better story about my person and now they're showing up to me better in my life, it's the same way when you start telling a shittier story about somebody and believing that, then they start showing up to you shittier and shittier. Right? Think about it. If this goes in one direction, then it's got to go in the other, okay? Because this is a world of duality. It's balance, right? Left and right, up and down, yin and yang. It's balance. So if it is possible to change the way someone behaves and shows up to you by thinking good things about them and yourself and your situation, then it is equally possible to change someone into more bad behavior by thinking negative or defeatist thoughts about you, them, or your relationship. It's just how it goes. This is actually something I see a lot with my clients. For those who are manifesting a specific person, I see a lot of people who start out on a high. They feel amazing, right? You get to that point when you're single and you're like, I can have anybody. I'm so good. I love myself. You're just like feeling yourself and everything's great. And you, by nature, just manifest or attract great people around you because you're a beacon of positivity and support and love or whatever, right? And so you bring this amazing person into your life. And then for a lot of people, what starts happening is that as the relationship comes through and things start to settle back to normalcy, your old programming starts to seep through. Your old doubts, worries, insecurities, beliefs, fears, all of that stuff starts to start speaking in your ear a little bit of a static, little crackle going on. And you start turning up the volume, listening to it, considering, well, what if there is someone better? Do they like me? I mean, their ex is like blah, 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 blah. They're still talking to this and this. They still do this. They haven't made me official on fucking Facebook or what, like all the dumb shit, right? The worries that start to pop up. When you start to entertain them, you open the door for them in your world. So understand that insecurities in your relationship have less to do with your person and more to do with you, your programming, your autopilot, the stuff that you've been dealing with your whole life. Check out my Manifest a Specific Person workshop if you really want to get to the bottom of this stuff, because that's exactly what it's designed for, is to get to these specific issues, why you're manifesting this person or these types of people, these patterns in your life, and how to stop it. But for the sake of this video, getting clear on what your insecurities sound like to you. What do you play over in your head? What thoughts are you entertaining? What fears are you giving into? And once you know those, you'll be able to flip them into better, higher quality thoughts that switch you into a new reality or change the trajectory that you're on when you're thinking those thoughts. And then, of course, like we say in every single video, every single time you hear something that sounds like that in your mind, coming out of your mouth, reacting to it in your 3D world, you shut it down immediately the second you notice it, and you replace it with that higher quality thought that you already assigned to it. Now, this way you know exactly where to go when you shut your insecurity down. Instead of just shutting it down, don't think that, no, it's bad. No, you can't think that. No, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. No, blah, blah, blah. Don't do that to yourself, because then you get into a suck hole of punishment. What I want you to do is take that original limiting thought away and then fill that void, that gap, with something better, so that you're plugging that hole with a pre-approved thought. And not just a pre-approved thought, but a pre-approved thought that moves you into a reality where your person loves you, have an amazing relationship, great bond, they respect, love you, blah, 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 all that stuff. The process is always the same, and it always comes down to two things: awareness and discipline. You got to know what's going on in your mind, and you need to be willing to shut it down every single time it comes up if you want to change the tide enough to see rapid movement. And you will. You absolutely will. This process does work, but you have to do the work as well. So I want you to comment down below, I love who I am. I love who I am. Simple, kind, to the point, treat yourself better and the people in your life will treat you better. And if you're interested in joining me for the Mastermind Fireside Chat tonight, you've got just a few hours until this thing goes live. It is a new event that we are hosting. It's not coaching. It's not a workshop. This is an actual conversation with the community members, me, and the people here in the Roxy Talks community that are speaking of these concepts and doing them in our lives. Let's figure out what everyone's doing, what's working for you, what's working for me. What do you think is going on? What do you think about this? What does this mean to you? How have you seen evidence? All that stuff. I just want to get weird. I want to open up this conversation and just talk to people and expand our concepts. So that's what we're doing this evening. You have a few hours to join if you're interested. The Everyone Is You Pushed Out Mastermind is a one-time deal. It will not be available for resale. You will not be able to buy a download of it. Got to be on the call to have the experience with us, but we would love to see you there. You can join the mastermind at my website, roxytalks.com. I've also got exclusive merch, podcasts, and more workshops, courses, and coaching at my website, roxytalks.com. Of course, that link is in the description below. You can also join me on social media. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Here on the Roxy Talks channel, I go live every Monday at noon-ish PST for Q&A, and I've got brand new videos out every Tuesday through Friday, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible, and everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.